Welcome to this video. We're going to learn the benefits of the technique that's called completion technique. Before we start, I wanted to really, with all my heart, to congratulate you with this amazing step that you took towards your new life, towards your transformation. So it is a fascinating technique. It comes from an ancient Siddha tradition, Vedic tradition. The benefits are your ability to rewrite your future. And once you master the technique, you don't have to practice for many, many years. We are recording this video in an awesome New York city, in an apartment. So you probably will hear a whole bunch of noises because it's a very active life outside. Be patient with that. Enjoy. This technique is a gift from a living enlightened master, contemporary master, from the south of India, Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda. I will tell a little more about him later at the end of the video. So let's dive right into it. When we were born like this. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna draw you a very cute gingerbread man. And at that moment, if you think in the terms of computers, you kind of have everything, but your operating system is not downloaded yet. So the first download into your operating system comes from society. You get your ideas from parents, from teachers, from the world outside. And it would be okay if all the ideas were useful and contemporary. But the reality is, imagine, so right now, let's say it's 2016. Your download, your operating system is Windows 95. So it is outdated. Because it is outdated, it's not really that useful to you and it's hard to work with it. The second issue that happens is because it is outdated, you also create a lot of incompletions. Incompletion is an incidental cognition that was formed in the past, affects your present, and is creating your future. Mouthful, so let me try to break it down a little bit. First, about the download itself. Let's look at us from whatever country you are. You have some rules and regulations, how you're supposed to eat, what kind of foods you prefer, what are the table manners, what houses, how they should be organized. We have really, really strong opinions about all of it. But the truth is, we were not born with them. It was that download originally, right? If you take and switch the grown-ups who are convinced that they are their opinions at birth and place, let's say, the Russian baby, put it in the Indian family put in the American family, American baby put in some other country, the baby will grow up with the ideas that are for that society, customary for the certain society. They are from the society and they are outdated, both. This is one set of issues. The second set of issue is incompletions. How do they form? Let's imagine this story. The girl who is 7 years old is very excited. She's at the history class, social studies class, and the teacher asks her, "Who is the first president of the United States?" And she is really happy and raises her hand because she wants to answer. And she gets a chance. She stands up and says, "Abraham Lincoln." And the class starts laughing because we know that the president is George Washington, the first president of the United States. So she, at that point, the doubt in her is born. The doubt that she has is, I am mistake prone when I speak in public. If she has a couple of more incidents, couple of more doubts developed in her, she will move to the next stage, which will look like that. Her mom will go to her and say that there are great public speaking classes that she can take. The answer from the girl would be, I think Peter should take the classes because I'm not really that good. When the girl is all grown up and she is looking at the opportunities, the job opportunities, most likely she will be at the final stage, which is the stage of complete denial of her abilities to do public speaking. So even if she has the qualifications, she has the degree, she will not apply for the job that requires public speaking, even if it's just a simple management meetings. The full-blown situation that happened from the beginning, from her 7 years old to the adult who is convinced that public speaking is not for him or for her, is the development of the disease that's called SDHD: self-doubt, self-hatred, and self-denial. Whatever, think for a second, what are you convinced is not your thing? Usually that's the easiest way to identify in which areas of life you are in that last stage of self-denial. Some people say, oh, I cannot really be an artist. Oh, driving is not my thing. So whatever ideas you have, they all started with the same story, like with that girl. So far, it was all like bad news. We created the issues and now we have the issues. But I will ask you at that time to think back to her first episode. So after the first episode, she decided that she was not good at public speaking based on her mistake in the class over one question. Is it logical? Could she have thought about something else and came up with a different idea? For example, okay, I need to study a little more. Or, look at this, one sentence, the whole class is laughing. I am going to use this power. And maybe a new comedian star would be born at that moment. So, any ideas that you have that are powerless ideas about you, they all come from these incidents, incompletions. The truth about them is they are not logical. Is there any logic? You forget one fact and you're bad at public speaking? I will give you several examples from one I have seen from one girl remembered the episode when she was little and came to the teacher for a piano lesson, and she sat down to play, and the teacher looked at her fingers and said, "Wow, how dare you came to the lesson with such long, dirty fingernails." So when we did the completion process with her, it turned out that at that moment she decided, oh, I'm not talented. I lack talent. Is there any logic in, okay, maybe it was a little rude teacher, maybe not a great one to begin with, but she still was talking about fingernails, not about the talent. The conclusion this girl got was for the rest of her life to think that she's not talented enough. I had another beautiful episode, funny one, another girl who was loves to dance. So she was in the dance studio, and for some reason her teacher loved kids to be organized by height. So starting every class, she would move kids around and put the shorter kids to the end of the line without giving the intelligent explanation on why she was doing that. So in her, the idea that she is a bad dancer, that's why she's constantly at the end of the line, was formed. Is it logical? The beauty of the technique to change and rewrite these ideas, powerless ideas about ourselves that we have, is that it's simple. You can do it on your own, and it works instantly, literally like magic. At the end of the video, right underneath of this video, you will see the links to more information and to the website, to Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda, to the completion techniques and articles and other examples. You also will have an opportunity to actually speak with people who do this 24/7 as a spiritual service to complete your incompletions. So now let me describe the technique itself.